My beautiful Aqua Soul family, what it do, you guys? It's your girl. Let me adjust my mic, baby. It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general message for my beautiful Aquarius Soul family, my Aquarius gang. What's up? I hope you guys are doing super fantastic. I most certainly am. Holy angels and spirit guys, please come through. Give us exactly what it is that we need to know in regards to my beautiful Aquarian gang. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. The messages may or may not resonate, guys, okay? They are general. So take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Just don't forget to click that like button, y'all. It really helps with the engagement on this platform. It helps people find us, okay? And let them know we in the building. If you want to make it official, go ahead and click that subscribe button, as well as the notification bell. Now listen, I might be stumbling over my words today, y'all. Okay, I know we are in pre-shadow for Mercury retrograde. I know, right? We're gonna get through it though. We're gonna get through. So just bear with me, okay? Let's go ahead and start out with the energies that are presenting themselves today. We're gonna start out with the Moonology Oracle deck. Whoa, that was fast. Okay, so we have You Are Good Enough, okay? Full moon in Virgo. We also have It's Time to Release Negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. I feel like we have somebody here popping up who's recognizing you, recognizing your worth, or standing 10 toes down on that, okay? So you really are not playing games with them, or that's just what they feel. Okay, so they want me to change this. So, okay. So these go like this. This could be a Scorpio that you're dealing with, or a Virgo. Not necessarily. They could have it somewhere within their natal chart. I feel like you are becoming more practical, a little bit more grounded in your own energy, and you're accepting a lot less bullshit, okay? At the bottom of the deck, we have the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. This is somebody who is changing. Either you notice this person changed from someone that you could see yourself being with into someone who thought that they would get away, or who felt as though you would accept whatever they had to offer. Or this is someone who showed up that way and you potentially gave them the benefit of the doubt, right? And now you're recognizing that you don't have to do that, right? You're no longer wanting to be Mrs. Nice Guy or Mr. Nice Guy. You don't want to be so nice anymore, especially towards someone who has brought some very low vibrational energy into your space, okay? It's time to release negativity. That's the age of Aquarius. That is what we are in right now. So it's like really about being real with yourself. Yes, holding other people accountable, but what's really shifting this energy is you holding yourself accountable, and it's really coming off as if you are valuing yourself. You're adorning yourself with flowers. As I see this crown of flowers, I always notice this every time this card comes out. So for me, that signifies giving yourself credit, giving yourself what you need, propping yourself up on a pedestal, giving yourself compliments, right? Rooting for yourself, having a pep rally for your damn self. And therefore, it really kind of amplifies to you people in your life who are not doing that, or who are wanting to bring that down, or who just are negative, right? People who put a damper on the mood, rain on your parade. It's a stark difference between what you're giving yourself and now that you're pouring into yourself to this level. It's not that you weren't before. It's just pouring into yourself to this level is magnifying for you the people around you who are not pouring into you, right? Who aren't adding anything of value. The answers you need are coming. So you may be going through a bit of a big release, okay? A renewal and a release. Releases to me look like blocking people. You may be having a whole motherfucking block party out this bitch. It could be one person in particular that we're talking about, but it could be several individuals, right? Because the answers that you've been seeking have now arrived, right? Everybody feels shooketh by this new version of yourself. Nothing is set in stone. You are really taking an analysis over all of the relationships that you have right now, you guys, okay? I'm even now reading this full moon in Gemini card as you having dual sides. People are looking at you as someone who has duality. I feel like your people pleasing capabilities and or characteristics have gone out the door. That is something that you view as negative and you are releasing it. This could be what this person notices more than anything. Because I feel like you either, like I said, you allow them to get away with something, okay? You are good enough, or they attempted to make you believe, right? Something other than what was really happening. The answers you need are coming. So I feel like you've been waiting to get a sign, a signal, something that signifies to you that this is no longer worth working on, that this is no longer worth your time, your energy, your effort, or any connection whatsoever that doesn't make you feel like this has to go. There's a big release coming, okay? So like I said, it could be multiple people for some of you, but there's one person in particular who is showing up here. Could be that Scorpio energy, all right? The Scorpio can be signified in Tarot as the Death card. So perhaps you are transforming. It's not that you are two different people or you're fraudulent, right? That's what I see with these two faces showing up here, like two-faced is what they're saying. That's how they are perceiving you. That's not what's going on here. You are going through a very transformative time where you are releasing old patterns, old habits, old wounds, things that haven't gotten you to where you want it to be. And I feel like that is putting you on the path to what is actually for you versus working on shit just because it's here is what they're saying, guys. Okay, yeah. This is the type of time that you're on, okay? So your self-love is bothersome for this person. That's a bit scary. I feel like you pouring into yourself, that analogy of you adorning yourself with your own flowers, you crowning yourself, you giving yourself credit for how far you've come, just really feeding yourself, right? Loving on yourself is problematic for them because it then doesn't place you in this position to want to give to them, to want to make them happy, or to want to put up with their bullshit. Like, honestly, right? To want to put up with whatever it is that they're bringing to the table. This person is quite spoiled is what I'm hearing. Okay, so for some of you, this could be friendships. This could be all types of relationships. This could be platonic relationships. This could be relationships with family members. And there's definitely a romantic relationship that's here right now. People are having a big problem with your confidence right now because it doesn't place them in the position to use you or for you to be useful to them. You might be leaving people hanging. I did get that, like feeling like a blockage, a blocked energy. For some of you, this person could have left you hanging, and instead of you being here waiting for them to come back, you've released it. You released it to the wolves. This could be why they are showing back up, because they can feel that you're no longer hanging on to them, or they can feel as though your energy is no longer there. That piques their interest. If they decide to try and come back, I feel like you will either friend zone this person, you'll be friendly to them, but there's no way that they're going to get the same access that they were able to have prior to leaving, prior to walking off or moving away from this. Yeah, with this left you hanging card, like I said, this could have to do with somebody who ghosted you or someone who just pulled back. You couldn't really explain to yourself who you were dealing with because it seemed like they were into you. It seemed like everything was all good. Before you knew it, you gave into this and then you got nothing back and they were gone, or they left you hanging, or they just kind of left things up in the air, out in the open. Instead of waiting for this person to give you answers, you released this and you decided to pour into yourself. Dare I say that this is somebody who definitely was expecting for you to be waiting? It says, I'm sorry for leaving you hanging without any explanation. Yeah. So they either ghosted or they just kind of moved away from this. Moved away from you without explanation, without regard to how that would make you feel, how that would come off. That could have really hurt your feelings. Can we be friends and build from there? Perhaps they are going to come in wanting to pose the offer of friendship. And that would be because they can feel that your vibe is totally different than what it was in the past. This does feel like a past person. I have to just be very honest with that in terms of the romantic connection, okay? In terms of the friendship, this would be somebody that you have just completely kind of distanced yourself from. whoever these people are, they don't like the way that you're leveling up because it's only beneficial to you. These are people who are used to feeding from your cup for free. These are used to people who are able to show up in your life with their negativity and transfer that energy off over to you. So they're pointing out a specific energy, which is, you'll notice, whoever these people are, it could be all of them at once, right? This could be one big purge for you if it's multiple people. But you'll notice when you come around this person or these individuals that if you're having a good day, but they're not, and then you allow them to vent to you, they won't even ask you if you're in a space to be able to hear them or listen. You don't leave people hanging, or you didn't in the past. So that was placing you in a position to not protect your own energy or your own feelings, like your own aura, your own energetic field. And energy is transferable, right? So you would notice a shift or a change in your own energy. All of a sudden, you're not having a good day. All of a sudden, you're annoyed. All of a sudden, you're feeling bad. You're snappy. You might be feeling depressed. You might start thinking about, the negative shit when that wasn't even on your mind. But what has happened is they transferred their negativity off onto you. And guess what? Those people walk away from those conversations feeling 10 times lighter. So I feel like you changed that, or you are changing that, or you are meant to change that, guys. Does that mean that you can't be a sounding board for people? No, that's not what that means. What that means is you definitely need to be choosing yourself first, protecting yourself first. And if people are not going to be considerate enough to ask if you're in a space to be able to receive whatever it is that they're going through, if they're using you just specifically for that, then that has to be released. Now back to this person. I feel like when they come in, they will be friendly, right? But there's an ulterior motive there. There's something about your energy or the energetic force between you and this person that no longer feels attached. They no longer feel connected to you energetically. This is why they are back. That's what I heard. Like you released them, and it's almost as if when it happened, they could feel it. At that very moment, if it was in the middle of the night, they may have popped up out of their sleep. Maybe they had a dream. Something happened to them physically, and they automatically wanted to start searching your social media, see what you're doing, see what you're up to. Like, there's no way she's over me. There's no way he's over me like that. Not the way that I had you before, right? They're the ones who are going searching for answers about you, where you are in life, what is going on with you. This is someone who had every intention to come back. And I feel like they were going to be close to coming back, but by the time this person arrives, I feel like you're not attached to them anymore. Okay? So this is somebody who feels like they're being hit with the okie doke, is what I'm hearing, right? Hit for a doozy. Taken for a spin. Take them for a spin is what I just heard. Now, don't go around being petty, okay? I'm hearing, saying, okay, fine, we could be friends, and then you just petty as fuck because now they want you. There's something about the change, the shift that you're making. You might leave this person hanging. It's like the roles are reversing, okay, in this connection. If you decide to talk to this person, this is how I see it going. It's just different, right? You're no longer waiting for them to call. You're no longer texting back as soon. You're no longer, available to go out as often. In fact, you might not be available at all. There's a aura about you. There's a light now, right? I'm learning to love myself and make my happiness a priority. That is the change. You have transformed, guys. You're different. I don't get that this is a change that you've made before this person. I feel like they F you over, okay? Stab you in the back, betray you, do some wild shit. It's very negative, whatever this person did, leave you hanging, but they never suspected to come back to somebody who's loving on themselves, somebody who's filled their own motherfucking cup, or somebody who has moved on, okay? Moving secretly and revealing. So I feel like, this person expected you to possibly be, indulging in some, I don't know, extracurricular activities, some drinking, listening to Jodeci, crying in the dark, begging God to bring them back, wondering where they are, fiending for them. I feel like this person feels as though leaving people hanging does create this sense of codependency, especially if they showed up really sweet. Okay, initially, If they made the switch abruptly, it would leave you spinning. It would take you for a ride, now wouldn't it? That's how it's supposed to go. So for them, of course it was set in stone that they would be able to come back when they're good and ready, of course. Only to find that you're either going to friend zone them or, right? It's just this switch, you guys, okay? It's an abrupt switch in their mind. For some of you, it could have taken quite some time, right? For this new version of yourself to reveal itself to you, to feel whole again, to feel like yourself again, to feel normal again. I just feel like this person never suspected that that would happen. So they really placed a lot of importance on their role in your life, on their effect on your heart. I see 11:11 on the clock. So for some of you, this could be a twin flame. Not all of you, though. It's not that they didn't have an effect. It's just you're being divinely guided. The love that you have for yourself is far outweighing any love that you can get from anyone else. So if someone is coming in, whether old or new, and they're not able to provide or fill your cup in the way you are able to fill your own cup, then you don't need them. They shall be released. They shall be left hanging. Look at this shit here. Sorry, I'm not laughing. Look. Yeah, but you're not the old you anymore. People are funny, you guys, okay? They really are, because it's sort of like they have this idea of who you were, right? Or they categorized who you were to them, who you are, what kind of person you are, what kind of relationship the two of you had, what you used to do, how you used to be, what you used to have, what you used to say, you know, the things that you would do, how you were moving with them is not how it is now. It's quite scary for them. They're either going to get a front row seat to this changed behavior, meaning you're going to give them the time of day, but not in the way that they think you are. It's definitely giving a taste of your own medicine type of energy, giving them a taste of their own medicine. I don't see that you're doing this spitefully or vengefully. I don't. I feel like this is something that is subjected to happen. It has to happen. This person got way too cocky, right? With their method of doing things, with the way that they're moving around in life, they've gotten way too comfortable with this. Right? Especially with the set in stone card showing up here, the mutable moon. This is somebody who definitely expects their plans to go according to plan, right? And that includes people. So for me to say that, I feel like this person may have felt like they had some kind of control over you, even when they weren't around you. So I feel like the reason why this person might be slightly scared, you like slightly, girl, is they terrified. Okay. And the reason why this person might be terrified, shaking in their boots, is because your change signifies to them a change that they're going to get ready to have to make. It's being revealed to them, some kind of transformation that they're going to have. It says, your love has transformed me. I'm forever changed. For some of you, like I said, there is a bit of possessiveness here from this person. Even though they didn't do right by you, there's still this level of ownership or this idea, right? That the two of you always get back together. We always make up, you know, we have kids together, or we're this and this and that, you know, we're teenage lovers, or, you know, it could just be the comfortability with the patterns, whatever it is. The change and the shift in your own aura, your own frequency was never suspected. It was never even guessed. It was never even thought about. It's not that you didn't have confidence with this person. You did. You did. You just accepted a lot of bullshit from other people as well, right? Like I said, it seems like something small to the naked eye, but it's huge energetically. So that could be as simple as that example that I gave, where you're always the listening ear for people and they're able to transfer their negativity off over onto you. Then they feel better, right? That could look very small to other people, but it's not, right? It's very big energetically, because how you're feeling, how you are vibrating, what your energy is presenting itself as is so what you shall call in, right? It is what you attract. So that had to change, right? Or that has to change. You may be getting multiple downloads, right? About all the individuals that are showing up. They almost feel like you're psychic, is what I'm hearing, right? Because these are people who will be able to lie to your face or say something to you. And it's not that you were none the wiser. You just weren't calling them on their shit. You just weren't saying anything about it outright, but now you are, right? Like that's the change, like shaking in their motherfucking boots at this new version of yourself. This new empowered version of yourself is, like I said, very problematic for multiple individuals, but there's one particular, okay? Look, so this is somebody who thought that you would wait for them forever, or that you would be their friend forever, something to that effect, that you would be empty without them. This is very toxic, you guys. Look, they just tried to knock my whole motherfucking deck over. Don't play with me now, okay? I am not the one, the 2, the 3, the 4. Do not play with me. Don't be a fool up in here. This is my shit. Don't have me cursing y'all people out now. Nobody feels empty without you. Are you crazy? They give themselves a lot of credit. Now, I don't know what have given them this idea, you guys. There is something, right? Energetically, something that happened. It could be something that you said. It could be something that you did. It could be the amount of opportunities they got. It could be the things that were tolerated, et cetera, right? To where even this, right? Even to do something to you the way that they did prior to running off or prior to leaving you hanging, they still, right, with their whole chest and their whole heart can say or believe in their heart of hearts that when I come back, then Aquarius will be ready for me. You know what I'm saying? I'll have my time with them again. We can go through this rodeo once again. They'll be empty. They'll be feeding for me. They'll be waiting for me to fill their cup and, you know, to lay it down in the bedroom, if that's something that y'all was into. I don't know. It's foolish. They are a fool. They're a fool, and not in the way that that will help you take calculated risks and expand and grow. This is something that is definitely going to shift this person's perspective of themselves, which is very scary for them, especially if they've been operating this way for quite some time, right? This is somebody who's always been able to really kind of skate by in life, right? It's been kind of easy for them. Even if they haven't been the best to other people, they still have had a pretty good run. It's been quite simple for them to move about in relationship, from relationship to relationship to relationship. No matter how much negativity they bring into people's lives, people are always letting them in and then letting them in again and then letting them in again. So I guess I can't really blame them for being with the fool of fuckery. It's something about the way that you will talk to them, something about the way that you will look at them, something about the way that you are answering them, or something about the way that you are questioning them, right? It's just totally different. They kind of want to keep going back to who they used to know, who you used to be, what you used to say, right? Like how you would react. This is the type of person who, if they see you leveling up, they're still going to want to bring up what you used to do or how it used to be for you, right? Like you started from the bottom. Well, they're going to want to bring up every time that they saw you at the bottom instead of viewing where you are now. It's very negative energy, you guys. Now, there's some optimism in this because I feel like for some of you, this will be the perfect amount of closure that you need, especially if you are the one that walked away. You may be wondering if you made the right choice, right? We have I pretend I don't care that came out in the reverse, right? So it's like you see right through this person. They can pretend that they care all they want. They can come in and say whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. You see them. You see through their lies. Not only do you see it, you're calling them out on it, and that shit is scary, right? Because they've never known you to do that before. They are going to feel quite stupid or foolish when you start giving them the real. That tongue is lethal, is what I'm hearing. So nobody gets a pass. There are multiple people who they really don't know you now. And you may have been avoiding them, but if they do get the opportunity to be around you now, it will be quite a shock for them, okay? The way that you're showing up for yourself, the way that you're speaking, the way that you're moving. Now, let's tap into this person specifically, okay? Foolish. They feel stupid. They might feel stupid for still thinking about you, okay? It's like they may go back and forth. Like, well, no, I shouldn't feel stupid because I suspected that Aquarius would be there anyway. So there could be a bit of overconfidence in their approach towards you, okay? I'll wait forever. Now, I just know, I know for certain that didn't come out your mouth. But if it did, there's no judgment. They're holding on to that, right? This is how they remember you. Like there's no wrong that they could do, or there's nothing that would keep you away from them. Yeah, so the physical attraction is undeniable, of course, but I feel like this card is in reference to how good you're looking, okay? Energetically, more specifically, right? You're looking good. You're drinking water. You might be in the gym. You might, for some of you, you may have had a drastic transformation physically, but that's not for all of you. So don't force it to fit, right? This could be like losing a extreme amount of weight or just getting bulked up. This could be, you know, changing your hair, changing your style, your image, the way you dress, the way you put shit together is just different. It's quite different than what they remember it being. That's their first signal that you're not the same girl, you're not the same guy, but they're still going to try you. You see what I'm saying? They're still going to try it. They're still going to try. Yeah, see, they have to, right? They have to try. It's that confidence thing. It's that thing in their mind that makes them feel like, you know, they've had you in a position of weakness, or they've had you in a position before where you may have expressed that you missed them, or that you were lonely without them, or that this connection means a lot to you. They took that as, you're empty without me. You'll be here forever. You'll stay down forever, right? Like I can come in with whatever. In fact, they thought that they played that very well, right? They feel as though that was a great move, right? This is not somebody who's necessarily taking accountability for the way that they exited your life or the way that they portrayed themselves and their actions during the time that you allowed them to be in your life, right? And I feel as though they're still holding on to that. Ciao. There's something here. I feel like they're expecting you like this in your feelings, emotional, or just having deep emotions for them, deep feelings for them. So when they do come back, trying to play the victim, trying to pretend as if they care, trying to remain optimistic, talking about, oh, we're friends, we're friendship, I feel like you're going to curse them out, or I feel like you're going to give them a piece of your mind. You got a lot of comebacks. You see what I'm saying? You're witty. You're actually using your power, right? Aquarians in the zodiac are signified by the swords. Swords are about communication, how you're talking, how you are communicating, all right? Whether that be in a text message, okay, whether that be an email, whether that be face to face, bitch. What I'm saying to you, right? It can either cut you, okay, straight up and down, clean cut, or it can help you, right? Well, we chopping up some shit that can be digested and nutritional, okay, of nutritional value. It's really up to you. It's really up to this person, to these people, right? It's really up to you how you receive me, right? It could go either way, and I can dish it out either way, but that's not how you was putting it down before, okay? We gotta keep it a buck now. We gotta keep it a buck now. Yeah, we do. So let's go in with some tarot then. Let's see where they're taking us here. This is the Light Seers deck, by the way. Whoa. Let's try that again. It's getting a bit quiet. Right? I normally run my mouth. I feel like that is a signifier of this person's. They may be quite shocked, you guys, okay? With how strong you are. All right, dare I say this person did not. They definitely underestimated the strength that you had over your heart, okay? Yeah. With this Draking card, they're now pointing my direction towards here. So we have, okay, the Ace of Wands, ciao. The Two of Cups, the World card, the Four of Swords, the Ace of Swords, ciao. The Nine of Cups, and this stupid ass fool, okay? Foolish. They have been very foolish, you guys. I feel like this person is really kicking themselves. I do. I feel like you rested and you did what needed to be done to get yourself and place yourself in a position to where you are manifesting. You're calling in the things in life that you actually want, the things that you deserve, the things that you desire, right? You're really taking an analysis over your energy, what you're putting out versus what you're getting back. I do see a very balanced connection that you're either in right now or you will be in, okay? Now the World card here is a great signifier that patterns from the past are done. They're over. It's finished. You didn't stay there waiting for this person. In fact, you did travel. You did move away from this, okay? More energetically than anything is what they're saying. With the Ace of Wands here, I do feel as though this is the signifier of this person's reintroduction to who you are. So now I'm hearing like, allow me to reintroduce myself. This could be a fire sign, or you may have fire within your natal chart, okay? Sagittarius, Leo, Aries for sure. The level of arrogance that this person has portrayed in the relationship with you, as well as in their return, is being overshadowed, right, by just the beautiful new beginning that you've created for yourself. The Ace of Wands is a new beginning, right? It's a new start. It's a new drive, right? It's a new passion for life. It's a new zeal. It could be a new relationship. It could be a new job. It could just be a new way of doing things. Maybe you have new hobbies. Like you have completely changed. Your whole life has changed versus when you knew this person. Yet they keep wanting to go back to when they had you, when they knew you, when you were theirs, and all of this and all of that. And it's like, none of that works anymore, right? Like you can try and sweet talk me all you want about what we used to have and what we used to be. It's going to be a rude awakening for them to find themselves being the only one tied to the past. Now, this person is showing up for a reason, okay? We gotta be real. We gotta keep it a buck, right? They're not showing up for no reason. And the Four of Swords for me does signify taking a break, right? Taking a rest, resting, feeling overwhelmed at times, but being able to get into a space where you're able to take care of yourself, nurture yourself, right? This is in the form of a nest, right? So maybe you are going back home. Maybe you are spending more time with family, you know, spending time with your loved ones, your nieces, your nephews, your children, right? People who actually love you, who can pour into you, things that feel nurturing to you. It could be activities. It could be listening to music, right? Maybe it is getting into making nourishing meals for yourself. It could be fasting for some of you, right? It could be a number of things. When you go into this nest, it does replenish you. It rejuvenates you. That doesn't take away from the facts of what has happened and what has occurred and what may still be attached to you. You can only control yourself. You can't control other people. So this person is very much so still attached to you energetically. But I feel like this is the breaking point, right? I feel like this is where the ties are cut. This is the grand finale. Okay. Do I see you ending up with this person? Not necessarily. I see another love connection here, right? I see something that you love more. I see something that you're into more. The very top of that list is yourself. It's yourself. In fact, looking at this person, you may have to tell the truth to yourself about how you were ever interested or into them or attracted to them to begin with, right? Look, I see like an equation down here. It's like the math is not mathing. Do you see that? It's like an equation down here. Yeah, like trying to do the math in your head. Like, how the fuck am I still attached to this person? You might be able to energetically cut this cord just by the way that you're thinking this through, the thought process. And it could be by way of speaking to them again. Because for some of you, there could have been a romanticization, right? Of, damn, they just ghosted me. I was in love with her. I was in love with him, right? This was the wish fulfillment. But now that you're talking to them, you're seeing them again. They look like a fool to you now. Like, totally can't be your friend anymore. Totally cannot be with you anymore. I don't even know what I ever saw in you to begin with, right? Like, you're not even my type anymore. Like, I have a completely different type. There is a bit of shattering of their confidence in that exchange, okay? So I feel for a great deal of you, by the time this person comes back around, the cord is not completely cut, right? Because you had a lot of unanswered questions, right? You had a lot of unanswered energies and emotions for this person, right? There were things that you just couldn't shake. There were moments that you shared with this person that you just weren't able to unsee as beautiful or as pivotal, right? As meaningful. And that doesn't mean that they weren't meaningful, right? But I feel like this is the case of, for some of you, right, where you become infatuated with the person and it's not necessarily love. It's not necessarily love. It might be infatuation, right? It might be the idea of being in love. It might be the idea of what we can have, what we can share. Because what was going on in your mind never really actualized in real life in reference to this connection. That's what they're saying, not me. So there's a big truth that you're about to see. It could be that this person just doesn't look as good as they did actually, or you're just not, there's a truth that you have to tell to yourself. Like, wow, maybe I was just tripping. I just might have been infatuated. I may have just really wanted this so bad, right? And because this person did make it such an obstacle for you to feel like you were good enough in that connection, because they were so negative about what you were trying to bring to the table about relationships in general, right? Because all the bullshit, right? There was something that made you feel like, well, if I have to work this hard for it, it must be worth it, right? It was at one time your wish fulfillment. This would have been the person that you really wanted. You wanted this one really bad, y'all. I feel that. Okay, I feel that with my whole chest, with my whole heart. I feel like when they come in, it's going to be this moment of silence. Like, damn, you're not even that fine no more. That ass ain't really sitting as fat as it used to now, is it? You know, you really be saying some dumb shit. It could just be what they're talking about. Something that completely shifts and changes within you that cuts this cord. What a very interesting reading, you guys. And I feel as though the second you do that, that is when the scales balance for you, okay? It's been kind of out of whack. You have been doing the work, right? You've made some very, extreme monumental changes. That is without a doubt, right? There has been a transformation. This is just like the last little tweak. And I feel like you are setting yourself up for who you're actually meant to be with, because we do have the Two of Cups showing up, and I just don't feel like this person from the past was the Two of Cups, even though you thought they were. So for some of you, they could still pop up in your head like just out of nowhere. That's not out of nowhere. This person aims to hold on to people energetically, even if they're not around. So they were always expecting to come back. They definitely were always planning on coming back around. Were they planning to come back around to do the right thing? That I don't really know, right? Like that I wouldn't really bank on or bet on. But I do feel like when they see you now in reference to who you have transformed into now, right? Who you are now, like how grown you look, how sexy you look, what you're doing for a living now, how you just glowed the fuck up. All of a sudden you become their wish fulfillment. And now they do want to do right. Now they see all the reasons why you're good enough, even though they didn't before. And I feel like it's too late. Damn, bruh, this is just like hardcore. This is hardcore, y'all. I ain't even gonna hide you. I ain't even gonna hide you. This is hardcore for sure. Yeah, it's like in a split of a moment. It happens simultaneously for both of you. The scales balance. So whereas this person didn't see you as good enough before, because you've leveled up, you've glowed up, they see you as good enough. Whereas you saw them as wish fulfillment, as the end all be all, as the cat's meow, as that dude, that guy, right? Like, you know, I loved her. I love him. Heartbroken over this bitch. You really were. Okay. You were on one. You thought it was the soulmate, the 10 of cups, right? The twin flame. It could very well be a twin flame, and you don't have to end up with your twin flame, guys. Okay. You don't. And I don't like to romanticize that connection, and I don't want to spend too much time on it. We're just going to put it out there. If this so happens to be your twin, then you already know that. It's like, they go from like, damn, this is who I want to be with, right? Like, this is my guy. This is my girl. It was you the whole time. And it's like in that split second, the math starts mathing for you. The truth starts happening for you. And the cord is cut, bitch. You're not into them like that no more. You don't really want them like that anymore. You don't even think they're attractive like that anymore. Like everything that comes out of their mouth and everything that they say, it doesn't sound like gold dripping all over the place no more. It sound dumb as fuck. Ignorant. Right? It's just a complete shift, a complete change on both ends. For you specifically, I feel like it releases this space, right? Release negativity. It releases you from this idea of, was that really my person? Was it supposed to happen? Were we supposed to be a thing? You know, like, am I tripping, right? Did I make the right decision? If you're the one that walked away, if they're the one that walked away, well, now they're back. Am I wrong for, you know, trying to see this through? Like, now I am in a better space. I'm in a better place, right? Like, I can really show them like, no, don't fall for that trick. You were always good enough. You were always that guy. You were always that girl. You were always it, babe. Okay. That's not me tooting your own. That's not me like kissing your ass or tooting your horn. That's not what this is about. The answers were always there, but now they're coming to light. You see what I'm saying? And you're going to start to see yourself differently in this as well, as you start to converse with this old flame, this old person. And once that cord is cut, I do feel, like I said, the scales balance. They are going to be the ones who are feeling like you're the dream guy, the dream girl, but you will be off in the distance. You will be over this. And I feel like that is when we are ushering in your actual person. Okay. The actual 2 of cups, the actual one, the one that's possibly been waiting this whole time to be able to come in. But because you were energetically, even if it's just on a subconscious level, attached to this old shit, they couldn't really get through the door. But here they come. Here they come. Okay. I've been running my mouth. Let's hop over to the extended. Okay. I kind of want to see where all of this shit is going, both with the old and the new. All right. We will, of course, see what the fuck do they want? No, let me stop. Yeah, I want to know where it's going, right? Like what their intentions are actually. I do know that they've changed, right? Their perspective of you has changed. They see you as very valuable now, way more valuable. Look at that chest, right? Like a pot of gold, like they've like hit the jackpot. That's how they see you. I kind of want to see how they're going to move, okay? What their intentions are, of course, what their next steps are going to be so that you can prepare yourself. We'll also look to see what that outcome would look like, all right? Just so you could prepare yourself, you know what I'm saying? If you so decide that this is your person, and I don't judge, right? We all have free will here. Let's see what truth you're gonna have to sit with if you decide to reinvest in this old thing, because it does just look like a lesson. It looks like a pivotal and divine intervention, like a divine moment, a divine timing moment in order to release you, not attach you here. But I will look, okay? Let's see how that turns out for you. And what you could be setting yourself up or attaching yourself to in terms of that. And then we're gonna get into the new shit, baby, because the new is looking mighty good, okay? They standing on their EIN. They is standing on it 10 toes, bitch. They standing on business. They might even run their own business. They play for keeps. I even see an Ankh on the arm of the figure on the Emperor card. I haven't really noticed that in the imagery. You see an Ankh there. So this could be somebody who's very spiritual as well. It will feel like a spiritual guided meeting with this person. I want to tap into who they actually are, okay? Let's see what they're like, what their characteristics are like, their personality, okay? What they find attractive about you and vice versa. How will you potentially meet this person? And what the chances are for things to go all the way. I think you already know that answer, but we will look, right? What are the chances for things to move into union, longevity, and when? When is all of this shit happening with both old and new? We will look at all of the time frames. All right, I'll get you some advice, of course, on your healing heart, okay? In preparation for this movement forward. How does Spirit suggest you set yourself up emotionally, energetically, right? For success. Okay, to heal your heart with quickness and to move forward, okay, as divine timing shall see fit, right? Not with the quickness. When it's time. We want it all to happen in its time. All right, so without further ado, click that like button as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell. I'm going to put the link for the extended reading down below in the description box. I'm going to see y'all over there. Let's go.